Welcome back for another video. This episode will be a bit different than my previous ones. In this episode will be my first guide in Genshin Impact on one of its characters, Mona. In these guides, we will be going over how to build the character, how to play them, what artifacts suit them, and what weapon to put on them, what their constellations do, and what their talents do and which are worth leveling. So let's get into the guide. First, let's go over their normal, charged, and plunge attacks. Since they use the book weapon, she deals purely elemental damage, in this case, Hydro. Her basic attack comes in a 4-hit sequence, as shown here. Now for the charged attack, it deals a significantly higher instance of damage than the normal attacks. Then lastly, the plunge attack. Now, let's move on to Mona's elemental skill. It deals 5 instances of hydro damage. Okay, now for the most interesting part of her kit, her burst. The burst does a few different things. When the burst is placed, at level 6 burst, it puts all small mobs in an illusionary bubble, rendering them completely immobile, while on bigger enemies it just applies the debuffs. Next, when that bubble explodes, it deals massive damage. I mean, look at that burst multiplier. It grants a damage multiplier of, in this case, 52% and lasts for 4.5 seconds. This burst has a 15-second burst cooldown and has a burst cost of 60, which is not bad. Now, onto her passive talents. Her first one is called Come and Get Me Hag. While in her sprint state, if there are enemies nearby and travels by them for more than 2 seconds, she places down a water illusion. Her next passive converts 20% of her energy recharge into hydro damage bonus, which can be handy. And her last passive is when you're crafting weapon materials, she has a 25% chance to refund the materials used, which can make it easier to level up your weapons. Now, let's go over Mona's constellations. She has some interesting constellations. Her first increases electro charged, swirl, vaporizes are increased by 15% and increases frozen duration by 15%. Her second constellation has a 20% chance to follow up a normal attack with a charge attack. Her third and fifth constellation increase her burst and skill level by 3. The fourth constellation increases the crit rate of the character that attacks an enemy affected by her omen from her burst. And lastly, her sixth constellation increases her charged attack damage by 60% for each second in her sprint, with a max of 180%. In the next session, we go over possible weapons for Mona. We will go over free to play weapons, and gacha ones, and seeing what 5-star weapons she can make use of. Okay, for the 3-star weapons, there are a few. For practical use we have Twin Nephrite, and Otherworldly Story. For buffing use, we have Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers. Then for personal damage, we have either Magic Guide or Amber Bead. Now for the 4-star weapons, for practical use, we have Favonius Codex. Thigh's weapon provides energy to your entire team. Then for DPS teams, we have Black Cliff Agate and the Widsith. These weapons both extend with crit damage. Now for the 5-star weapons, the better weapons to use are either Lost Prayer or Kagura's Verity, and then for a normal attack build for Mona, it will be Tulla's Remembrance. Now, lastly, let's go see what kind of artifacts Mona can make use of. There are many different choices, so let's go over practical use sets first. There are many different sets of 2Ps that give plus 18% attack, or 2Ps sets that give 20% energy recharge, or this 2Ps set that gives plus 12% crit rate. Any mix of these 4-star 2Ps set bonus should make your Mona shine early in the game. Now let's go over options for a main DPS playstyle of Mona. We have a couple of options. First, we have Resolution of Sojourner. It provides 30% crit rate on charged attack, which is most of her on-field damage comes from. Or the 4-piece Martial Artist set. This set gives 40% bonus to normal and charged attack damage. Now let's go over artifact sets for buffing your team. Now her best set for buffing even against 5-star artifacts is the 4-piece set of Instructor set. Now let's check out some of these 5-star artifact sets. Let's start with the 2-piece sets, then work on the 4-piece sets. Okay, so some of these 2-piece sets are this Heart of Depth set and the Nymph Stream set. They both give plus 15% of hydro damage. Then we have the 2-piece of Paradise Lost and Gilded Dreams, and Wander's Troop. All 3 of these give plus 80 elemental mastery. Then for the plus 18% attack bonus, and these are Gladiator Finale, and Vermilion Hereafter, and Echoes of an Offering. Then we have Noblesse Oblige, and this provides 20% elemental burst damage. Now let's go over the 5-star 4-piece set bonuses. First let's see the stuff that can be used for main DPS Mona. First on the list is Wander's Troop. This set bonus gives 35% charged attack damage to Mona, and paired with the elemental mastery that is provided, it will be amazing for reaction-based teams. Now for the next is 4-piece Heart of Depth. This set gives extra 15% hydro damage, and when you use Mona's elemental skill, Mona gains 30% normal and charged attack damage. And finally for burst support builds, the first one to go over is the 4-piece Noblesse set. This provides attack to your entire party when you use your burst, and if you mix with the 3-star weapon Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer, this combo will provide massive amount of damage to your main damage dealer. Next will be the Emblem of Severed Fates set. This artifact provides bonus burst damage based on your character's energy recharge. For every 100% energy recharge, you get an extra 25% burst damage. For example, if you have 200% energy recharge, you get 50% and 300%. Energy recharge gives the full 75% bonus. This is great since you get more damage for your energy recharge, and you don't have to worry about your burst not being ready to be deployed. Next is the 4-piece set of Tenacity of the Millelith. This provides your team with another 20% attack to your team, though like the Noblesse set, these set bonus don't stack, so you really only need one per team. Okay, now for the last part of this video, let's go over team comps. Mona has quite a few different options. Let's go over the classic Nuke Showcase build. This is Mona, Bennett, and Kazuha or Sucrose if you don't have Kazuha. Another comp is for nuke damage for Mona is Mona, Kazuha or Sucrose, then Bennett, and other Pyro Book character like Yanfei. Then for DPS Mona, I would use like Mona, Kazuha or Sucrose for crowd control, Bennett, and Zangling. Another use of Mona is for freeze teams. In this type of team, you use Mona's skill and burst for the hydro application, so one team layout that this could be used for is Chungyun, Mona, a healer like Barbara, and Kazuha or Sucrose. Thank you for watching. If you want more guides like this, let me know what you need in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps out.